Another shaky, blurry video brought to you by the Sasquatch. So, I don't know if you can tell, but this screen means that I'm able to get into Proxmox. Actually, I have it installed. That's the important thing. Finally got it installed, and my new system is up and running. So, I don't know. Let's take a look. I don't know if it'll notice the drives. Probably have to pass them through, but let's take a look. Loading, 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 loading. I will not be, yeah. Oh yeah, there they are. That's all of them. Wow, look at all that. Nice, huh? So, I am going to virtualize Truenas on this machine. So I already uploaded Truenas scale. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. And I'm going to create a VM right now. So if you don't already know, this really isn't a tutorial, and I'm just a dumb YouTuber. Create VM. Okay. VM ID. I'll go with that. Why not? I have a theme, by the way, for my nodes. This one's 888. That one's 777. I have another one that's the number of the beast. Yeah. I'm not superstitious. Anyway, so I will name this Truenas. Probably True. It doesn't count. It doesn't matter if I can't spell. I'm just naming it, so probably not. I'll click next. Okay, so there you go. Next. All right, go to ISO image. Drop down because you already uploaded it. I uploaded it. Truenas scale. You could use a physical CD DVD drive, but I have no need for that. Click next. I think I'm not gonna use Quavo agent. I'll just destroy this and try it again if I have problems. Alright, so bus device. So this is just for the local storage. 32 is probably too much. I don't know. Should I put it lower? I'm going to try it with 16. And if that's not enough, again, I will, Local LVM, yeah, click discard. So that's a discard. You kind of want that because it is on an SSD. Anyway, I'll click the advanced tab. There you go. SSD emulation, and I'm going to keep that there. Yeah. Next. Okay, cores. So I only have. Well, I have 32 logical cores. If I decide to run something else on this machine, I don't know. I'm debating. I'm not just sitting here being stupid. Well, I guess that's debatable. I'm going to go ahead and say 8. Again, if this is all, if something happens, I can always go back and fix it. So this one, I ain't too good with the mathematications. I have 128 gigs of RAM on this system. At least I hope it's reading all my RAM. Yeah, that's not gonna be it. So we're gonna see. Let's see. I'm gonna give this a healthy 34. That should be plenty. All this can change. Copy. I'm debating. I don't think it matters that much for what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna give it 64. I'll give it half. I'm not gonna put much else on this system, so, and I can always upgrade the RAM later if I need to. That's not that big of a deal. So it all can change. I'll go ahead and enable ballooning. Do I want that? I want to not enable it. Click next. All right. Everything else looks good for so far, and click next. And I'm not going to start after created and click finish. Okay, so now I'm really curious about something here. Click data, summary. Yeah, I don't know why, but I think one of my RAM strips is dead because it only shows 109. I mean, it's functioning fine. I do have other RAM I can put in this system, so if I did happen to kill one of my RAM strips, I can just, I'll just, I'll switch it out later if I need to. I think it'll be fine. I really, why am I even virtualizing this, right? I mean, I'm kind of virtualizing it just so I can manage Truenas a little more, because what it tries to do is it'll try to take up all of the boot drive, and that's a 500 gig boot drive in there, and it's going to waste it and use 16 to 32 max. So here's something. I haven't done this yet with this, so I'm going to pass through a device. All functions. And we are going to look through here. I think that might be it. Cat not included, but included in the video. Yeah, I don't want her stepping on my keyboard, so I'm going to put her... Yeah, she just mewed at you. Yeah, you can see my ugly ass room. Anyway, scroll down. I think that was it, but I'm going to go ahead and look at some more things here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Anyway, you can see all the stuff that it says you can pass through. I say it says because there's some things that if you pass them through, it'll crash your system. So you don't want to pass through the wrong thing. And let's hit start and see what happens. This is fun. This is fun. Go to console. Oh, there it is. I believe that's a good start. Do full screen. If it hangs on this, then yeah. Then I'll know something's up. Wow. Okay. There it goes. Yeah, I don't know. I might have had a problem here. Who knows what exactly it's doing. This may be a minute. Or maybe longer than a minute. Well, I'll get back to you. Okay, it looks like I got to a screen I can use. I'll see if I can go back to that setting in a minute. I kind of got excited when I was finally able to pass through my device and get everything set up. I think I made a mistake by disabling QEMU agent because it had no place to put anything. So that's what happened there. I believe, anyway. But it seems to be working now. We'll find out. We'll find out in a minute. Type in your... Oh no, I don't want that. Type in your password. Oh, is that good? Yeah, okay, cool. Yep, it's working. All right, so it's doing its stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, if I boot, enter yes for systems with no components. Yeah, I believe that would be yes, because I am working off of an NVMe drive. And it's creating a data set and it's extracting, and you did see that it recognized all my drives, which means I was able to pass through the SAS controller like I wanted. That's very important. Otherwise, I have to do some other oaky stuff to get it to work, and that's kind of what I don't want to do, especially if I'm, virtualizing it. So yeah, why do we virtualize? Well, if you don't already know, what it can help you with is kind of give you a UI to manage all your resources. But also you can run multiple operating systems under the same hypervisor, which is what Proxmox is. Proxmox 8 is pretty good. I like it so far. It's a good little thingy to use. If I look into here, there's another one. I got this kind of like my test one. Eventually I will be using this to plot to the other, to the nest I'm building. I'm messing around with Arch. Yeah, it's kind of hit and miss right now. But, that's one of the reasons why we virtualize, well, why I virtualize, is I can have a whole other machine running right now, and I don't have to worry about, having, separate equipment for it. Although I kind of do. Each one of these nodes, like this one here, which I just did, this one, and I go into my Chia, and I have an Arch instance actually running on that one. That's my Chia harvester, right? Those are all different bare metal, and that's indicated by these numbers here, right? Cool. So, all right, we're done here. Well, yeah, it's just, you can do that. I don't know if you can virtualize within a virtualization environment. I don't even know why you would. So that's good there. So what we do now, okay, is we don't reboot yet. What we want, okay, it's in a position to reboot. It says right, yeah. So I can actually select that. I want to go down, but I want to go to hardware. Just like that, and you go down to CD DVD drive. This is a virtual CD DVD drive. You select that and hit remove. If you don't do that, that could cause problems with rebooting. It might try to reinstall it again. So that would be no good. So scroll down to item number 3, reboot system. Okay, failed unmounting, blah, blah, blah. It's going to do that stuff. Okay, going to go through the numbers. It's pretty damn fast right now, which is cool. Loading RAM disk, going to go through all this stuff. And tell you all this stuff. Okay, so what I am looking for, when it finally comes back up, what I'm going to be looking for is an IP address. It's going to automatically assign one. I could assign a static one. I probably will eventually, but for simplicity's sake, I will be using the pre-assigned IP address. Yeah, this thing is actually running really fast. I like this. I like virtualizing it, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's booting up real fast. Well, faster than my other server, but to be fair, that one's on a really old 4-core 8-thread system with only 24 gigs of RAM. I should put a full 32 in there, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. It's old. It works though. I mean, it is booted officially. So there's my IP address. Okay. Can't really see it that well, and I'm not worried about you knowing my IP address because you can't get into my stuff. So I will type this in. So you type in the IP address. Kind of hard to do this when I'm holding the phone in my hand. And there we are. That is the UI. That is good news. User's always going to be admin. Password's always going to be the password you put in. And I never save. You're worried about security? That's where you gotta worry about it. Okay, so it says create pool. There's nothing there. Go to storage, create pool, and look at this. And there are 3 pages of drives. I've never had a JBOD. I've never had a JBOD this big. I know there's people with bigger ones than this. There's some that go up to like 90. I don't have the space or funds to set something like that up. So here's what I do. So I have this kind of earmarked for my Chia setup. Okay. So one of the things I want to do is I want to set this up in such a way that I can put the data on here quickly. Now, if you care about your data, and I made a video about this before, do not use this unless this is for performance, right? You probably want to use, it's not even let me do it, but there's other settings for that, okay? Yeah. Ooh, I select them all. No, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stripe these in groups of 4. Okay. So, yeah, I could lose all of my data, right? All of my data in this if I lose any one of these drives. But if I only do 4 at a time, I'll only lose data in that set of 4. And if this setup goes the way I want it to, I'll be able to plot pretty darn fast, probably faster than it would it would be to have another drive shipped to me. So this would allow me to utilize my full hard drive capacity without having like redundant disks and all this other stuff. That's the right way to do it, but because of what I'm doing with this, I'm using this method here. So you got to give it a name. So, I don't know. Geo1. Okay. Click that. Click this. You click that arrow right there. That pushes them all over to here. All right. Now you have options. Now you can set this up RAID Z. Mirror, that's good if you it's good for boot disks, right? And I'm not going to pretend to know what all of these do, but I do know that there's a certain degree of redundancy within this. Now, really, you should be backing up your data. It's commonly known, commonly said that RAID is not a backup. It is not a backup. It helps with redundancy. That's what the name entails. But it is not a backup. So you need to be aware of that. It just helps, like if you're in the middle of saving something, right? And you have things in a RAID Z and something fails, it'll still save it, right? And you can recover that data later within your own array. But if you want to archive something or back something up, you usually would want to do it off-site, or at very least onto a separate server, not necessarily the one you're writing to. Right? Something slow and clunky but reliable. That's what you want to do. Okay, so we're back to this. Now it sees all of my disks. It says unassigned disks 20. That's because I put 4 of them into a pool. So I think if I go to not storage, let's go to dashboard. It should come up. Yeah, there it is. Chia 1 pool, 72.62 terabytes. That is insane. That's almost as big as my other NAS. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'm not going to bore you with creating all of these, but I will leave you with this. This is how I'm going to set it up. I'm going to set up, let's see, I got 24 drives. The thinking is not so good. I'm going to set up 6 separate pools, and they'll be striped, and then I can write to them quickly. And if one of the disks in a pool dies, it won't kill my entire array. It'll only kill that set of 4. I can rewrite to that very quickly, which is one of the reasons why I also went with SAS drives, because they tend to be a lot faster. And I have 40 gigabit networking, and once I get that up, maybe it'll be another video. But until then, I bid you adieu.